Glasses. They look so good on you.
Thank you.
Doesn't Siobhan look adorable? I love her new glasses.
They're not quite new, but I'll take it anyway. Yes, so welcome back everybody to what's new and coming up with Lipedema. We do have a few things, um, this upcoming week, but also throughout the month because June is Lipedema Awareness Month. So, as always, if you are watching, go ahead and put your hellos in the chat along with any questions, what the weather is like, where you're from, anything you feel like sharing. And for those out in Indiana, I hope you guys are doing okay. I know you guys had a lot of tornadoes last night, and some pretty big ones in some areas.
Yeah, how close is that to you? It's in Sioux Falls.
Not super close. We were put under a tornado warning the day before yesterday until like, or not a warning, but a tornado watch, but it didn't come to anything. So we'll get stuff first, and then Indiana will get stuff in the day like after, a day or two after. And I know that because my parents and one of my sisters lives in Indiana, so I'll be like, oh, I have some tornado stuff. Keep an eye out. And the next day, and yeah, so yeah, I know there was warnings where my parents were at, but luckily it did pass them over. I have not heard the farm update from mom yet because she's got a farm not too far away in Michigan. So hopefully they're all good there. Even if a tornado didn't touch down, there's always high winds and potential flooding and all sorts of different stuff. Um, but I know things got really nasty around Indianapolis, Goshen. I think Mishawaka got some of it. Um, yeah, quite a lot all over the place. So I hope you guys are all doing okay.
Yeah, really. That sounds pretty not great at all.
Yeah, such is life in the Midwest. It is one thing I certainly did not miss is all the tornadoes, but
Yeah.
I've already got two different tornado warnings since moving in the past month and a half. So, but it's okay. You do the tornado warning shuffle. You go down to the basement or whatever you have, and then you wait for it to pass, and you come back up. And most of the time, it doesn't amount to anything.
So it's really like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might end up in Oz. You never know.
Could be somewhere over the rainbow. That's where I'll be at. But yeah, I know I was super freaked out by them when I was a kid. But one of my neighbor's kids, he must be like 3 or 4, I think, and he was also getting a little bit freaked out last time. So we talked about where tornadoes come from, and no, the apartment complex is not going to explode, and no, your dad's car is not going to explode. That's not how that works. Your juice in the car will be okay.
Ah, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
he is super cute.
oh my God, that's so cute. Well, it's only a matter of time before you have your own little youngin'.
Yes, and then we'll also talk about tornadoes and all sorts of things, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, very exciting. And then I get to be an auntie again. I like
Yes.
auntie. I like being an auntie. Anyway, we should talk a little bit about what's new and coming up with lipedema because we have the medical go bag webinar to not tomorrow. This is Friday, Sunday at 3 p.m. because we have been spacing them out this month. Let me share my screen and takes a minute or so. Okie
There we
dokie.
go.
Be seeing it. Okay, free webinar. Can you put the link? I put it in the chat, the private chat. If you
Oh,
can
yeah.
put it in, then everybody can get it. Um, so here's what we're doing. If you have missed it, we've been talking about it. Emergency preparedness for lipedema. how a medical go bag and strategic planning can improve medical outcomes. So, emergency situations, having to go to the emergency room, all of it is very complicated these days. It's always been complicated, but these days, even more complicated. So, here's the big aha. This is almost like, you know, how could I not have had this awareness before? But emergency rooms are for emergencies, which means that most of what they're prepped for in the emergency room is acute situations that need to be handled and are life threatening with immediacy. Guess what lipedema, lymphedema, and lymphatic disorders are not?
Acute emergencies,
They are
typically.
not acute emergencies, which means if you're going to the emergency room for something obviously that is an acute emergency, they are not prepared for helping with that which is our chronic conditions. So, a good story about that is last summer, one of our ladies had a real emergency. She ended up needing emergency surgery, and there were complications. She ended up in the ICU for a number of days without her compression. So, surgery, ICU, getting very close to being septic. She didn't. She survived. They thought, they said you might not make this, but she did, thank God. But what came out of it is her legs got very, very swollen, even more than they usually are. And when she came back to the group, we said, what could we have done to help? And we kept talking about it, and we finally came up with, when a woman is pregnant, she doesn't wait till her due date to put a little bag together, put it in the closet, and be ready to take off whenever the water breaks or the contractions come, or whenever it becomes obvious that she's about to give birth. Her husband or partner or significant other or friend or whatever can grab the bag and away they go to the hospital or birthing center. So, whatever it is, there's a plan in place. And what we have been saying again and again and again is we need a plan. There needs to be preparedness for an emergency for those of us definitely with lipedema and lymphedema. And so that's what this is. So we put together an entire, let me see, I have to show people. Okay, so we did this. This is our project for Lipedema Awareness Month. We have 3 more webinars. These are free webinars. Sunday at 3 p.m., the following Monday, the 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. These are all in Eastern Time. And Saturday, the 27th at 6 p.m. You can see that what we're trying to do is different days, different time zones, because we have ladies who are literally all over the world, and we want to serve everyone. So the webinars are free. And this is the team that put it together: Esther Gartner, Julie Stewart, myself, Kristen Wygand, Marsha Black, and Melissa Perrinson. So this has been a project that we've been talking about, working with each other, sending documents back and forth over the past year. It's been almost a year because this started a year ago in July. Um, you can read the bios, and that's what's happening. So you want to get your free pass because once we introduce you to what we're doing, we are going to invite you. Okay. We are going to invite you to a month long roll up your sleeves and let's do this. Let you put together your medical go bag because
Yeah, because
yeah, go
it's not
ahead.
just like throwing a couple items in a bag and you're done. Like, we're talking about a whole lot of documents that go into this as well. And some things you may need a little while to prepare. You may need support to help prepare it in terms of, like, if you're not able to respond, like you're unconscious, like, what things do you want people to know? The care providers, your loved ones, whatever it is. Like, for me, I have a colleague of mine as my emergency contact, and he knows to tell them if I come in, like, do not give a glucose drip, like, do this, don't do that, all that type of stuff, so that, like, while they're responding to the emergency, I can also make sure my other health conditions are being considered in terms of the type of care that I'm getting. And that sometimes take a little while to think about. And then also, like, making sure you have extra compression to put into the bag so you're not like hunting through your laundry or anything in an emergency.
Wonderful. We have all kinds of items, but we're actually, for those who sign up, I'm going to show you. We put together something that we're sending out to people who sign up while supplies last. Okay, here is a medical mini go bag that goes inside your bigger bag. But this is where paperwork, possibly medications, the textbook, the medical textbook, and anything else that you might need. So we are providing a luggage tag, either for this or for your duffel bag. We are suggesting a bigger bag. This is a smaller bag. This is paperwork, lots of it. And something called Five Wishes. This is if you're not able to communicate what you want, that you've thought about it ahead of time. Okay, this is 12 pages of information. Now, theoretically, it's in your medical record. Much of it is in your medical record. It's a misnomer to think that your medical record goes into, that they go into your medical record to get more than just what's current. So we have a way for you to communicate that at the emergency room. We have a pen for you to work with. We have wonderful lipedema brochures from the Lipedema Foundation that is short, simple, sweet. What is lipedema? So that it helps to, well, it just helps to have something that says, this is not lifestyle. I don't stay up all night eating cookies. And then we're going to suggest that people get their own duffel bags right when the course starts because this is mine. I ordered this. I went to get a duffel bag. It was red. It was looked like, a gym bag. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I got struck and I said, heck, I can do anything I want.
That is true.
And I said, what the hell? I'm doing it. So that's the bag I ended up with. This is one that Esther found, which I love. Isn't that great?
That's cute.
And this is one that Kristen found.
That
And
is also cute. It's like a combination of the two.
yep, it's a hippie bus. And here are all different. These are, most of these are from Amazon. And I have to say that it's become more fun. So when we start doing the course, we're going to suggest that people get the duffel bag to make into their medical go bag of their personality, whatever they want. And then we'll do it together. So this is what's happening. Just so you know, let me see. You'll get all this when we do it. Okay, here are the dates of the course. July 6th and 10th. It's Mondays and Fridays. Mondays, there's going to be some kind of teaching. And on Fridays, it's coaching and one on one and making sure that everybody gets everything done. So, a lot of hand holding. And we have um, each week in July, and again, Mondays and Fridays at 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then bonus the first week in August. So you'll have an opportunity to sign up. And you want to sign up then because we're giving a, a discount coupon code because we always do that. Okay. Siobhan, what do you think?
There is a question in the chat and a couple comments as well, but one of the questions was, how do you get the bag while supplies last? I would assume you sign up for the course.
You sign up for the course. Hold on a minute. Let me go get the link and I'll put it in the chat. I'm hesitating, and the reason is that you want to come to the free webinar if you possibly can, because we have coupon codes. Okay.
Yeah, and I have the link for the free webinar up still in the preview. It's the learn.lipedema-simplified.org/community-webinar. And the thing is, like, once you do that, just make sure you come to it and get the coupon code if you want to sign up for the course. But you can bookmark the URL for the course right now so that you have it ready when you've got that discount code.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat so people can follow along with me. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. It's what I've said. This we're sending out while supplies last. I've had the toughest allergy season. I think it's because I'm living in the country now.
Probably so.
The cost is $3.97, but if you're a Tribe member, there's a discount. If you're come to the webinar, there's a discount. We discount everything. It's my upbringing. If I don't get something on sale, I don't feel right. So I give away sales all the time. And so again, here's the schedule. Week 1 is build your personal medical go bag. Week 2, create your emergency medical files. Week 3, self advocacy in the hospital. And week 4, you know, your family, caregiver, home protection, your pets. There's other stuff that needs attention if you're in an emergency situation. So all of that is that final week. And then, as I said, the coaching sessions are hand holding. Same people who do the webinar will be doing the course with a lot of hand holding. We have 24 days until the course starts, but we're going to be sending out the bags probably starting next week because I hired someone to come and put them together, and then we're going to send them out. so that you guys get them. So that's the medical go bag. There's one more thing that we have, and that's the study group. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I just want to read out the URL for the medical go bag course in case people are just listening in the background while you're working or knitting or whatever you're doing. It is learn.lipedema-simplified.org/m as in Mary, G as in goat or something, and B as in beta, I guess. I can't remember what they are. I only know the ones for my name because I have to spell it all the time. But MGB, as in medical go bag. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Medical go bag. Okay. And now I talked about the medical go bag for almost a half an hour. But anyway, I'm that excited about it. So our next thing is the study group. Can you see the study group now?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Siobhan already presented on the holistic approach. One of the chapters, this is the study group for the medical textbook, as you can see it. It's really fun. So Leslyn and I are doing it on the 16th, which is Tuesday. There's a chapter that we wrote on resources. So all sorts of resources that can help in your lipedema and lymphedema journey. And then the last day is no that the 30th isn't the last day, is it? Is it how many days in June? 30 or 31?
I think it's 30. Yeah, it's 30.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Last day in June is Joanna Dudek from Poland, who we've been working with so closely, and it's wonderful. She wrote a chapter for the textbook, and so she will be presenting that one. So, did I put this in the chat?
Not yet.
Okay, let's put it in the chat. Here's the link. Come join us. It is, of course, no charge. This is just community support. So there it is. Join us. Okay, okay. I was just about to say Leslyn. Siobhan, what else? Anything else?
The only thing I have to add is that I have been cooking more recently because since I moved to my new apartment, my kitchen is like not even twice the size. I would say like 3 times the size because I have 2 sides of counter now that are bigger than what I had before. So I've been cooking. And I have been doing a lot of All Day I Dream About food recipes, Caroline Ketchum's website, and they're all awesome. So just this past couple of weeks, I've made keto biscuits and gravy. I put together a recipe that I spent like about a week figuring out exactly what I wanted. And then I also did a originally chicken marsala recipe, but I swapped out the chicken for pork loin because it's what I had. And that is like mushrooms and a dry marsala wine and then like a cream sauce built on like all into that, and that was very good. And then I also did a like a pot pie casserole. So instead of like the pastry stuff, which I've also done with fathead dough, this one is a biscuit topping. And I tweaked it a little bit because I always swap almond flour for pork rind flour. I don't know why I can't say that today. But I did that and it turned out awesome. So it's basically like a bunch of vegetables like carrot, onion, whatever you want to throw in there. And then I also did pork loin for that one because I already had some. And yeah, it turned out really well. So I've been playing with that. And the other recipe, I'm doing a enchilada like bake type of thing. And then I also have a dessert for this week as my treat, and it's going to be a blueberry mascarpone something or other. It's not like a pudding, but it's like a dairy dessert type of thing. She had it as strawberry, but I did blueberry, so that'll be that.
Well, I have to tell you, now that we're talking food, when you were here in Boston for in February, we were talking about making your pumpkin cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't make the pumpkin cheesecake because we ended up going carnivore.
Yeah, we
You
did.
remember we decided not to. So I I had pumpkin that I hadn't used. So let's see what I used here. Oh, I made a pumpkin bread with no flour.
Oh, right. You said you were going to do that one. How did you make it?
I did, and it came out really good. But it
Awesome.
doesn't really taste like bread. It's sort of somewhere between bread and a pudding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
that
it had
makes
a
sense.
lot of eggs. It had a little bit of oatmeal that I put in the blender, in the not the blender, in the Cuisinart. And,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was like flour, pumpkin, and a few dates, um, and then baking powder, butter, and some pumpkin seeds. It came out really good.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think that would be the type of thing you could like make a batch of and then freeze portions of it, because that's a lot of what I've been doing is I'm making like these family sized recipes, and then I'll keep like 3 servings to put in the fridge, and then I'll put the other 3 servings in the freezer. So I'm building up like a stock of
Yeah,
stuff,
that's what
which
I
would be really
did.
nice.
I had one piece, and then I put the rest in the freezer, and I
Yeah.
had them over the week, but not over this weekend. I'm like,
Hmm.
no, yeah, the recipes are really good, Sheila. Um,
Yeah. And I just want to point out all of the recipes that I mentioned were all 30 minutes or less. I almost never do more than 30 minutes unless I'm cooking for other people. So if it's just for me, it's got to be quick, it's got to be easy. And she's really good at that. And super tasty is the other qualification.
what's the name of her website?
All day I dream about food.
Oh, here it is. Oh my goodness. I looked at it the day you told me about it. But not this weekend. I'm fasting this weekend. Okay, here I put it in the chat so people could find it. Okay, I think it's time to officially start my weekend because it's now 5 p.m. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Happy,
Yeah. See you all next time.
yep, happy morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for coming, and thanks for putting your comments, and thanks for watching the replay, whoever's watching the replay. And we'll see you soon. Many blessings.